Number 4, directions. Drag and drop the correct answer choice to each answer blank. A set of numbers is shown below. Place the numbers in order from least to greatest. Move the correct answer to each box. So before I can move on and start working this, I need to make sure that I turn all the numbers into the same type. So I have 3 decimals already, so I'm going to turn them all into decimals. And as I do this, I'm going to make sure that I line up the decimals. So my first is 6 and 1/10. Okay, then I have the square root of 47. So I need to grab my calculator and I'm going to do Control X squared 47. When I click enter, that's going to give me 6 and 85 hundredths. Okay. Then I have negative 7 and 2/10. I have another negative 7 and 2/100. And then I have negative 24/5. So I grab my calculator again. Negative, to get my fraction, I'm going to do control divide. And I have 24 over 5. And then I'm going to make sure to put a decimal in my answer or in my entry so that it'll convert it to a decimal for me. So negative 24/5 is negative 4.8. So now that I have them all into a decimal, I just want to think about my number line. Okay, I'm not going to draw a full number line, but I'm going to give myself a reference here. So it says least to greatest. And so I know that I'm looking at my negatives first. So I have negative 7, negative 7, negative 4. And when I think about my number line, on the negative side, the further away from 0, the smaller I am. So negative 7 is farther away than negative 4. So I'm looking at these two as my smallest. Now, the negative 7s are the same, so I'm going to go to the next place. And I have 2 and I have 0. So again, thinking which one is further than 0 because I'm on the negative side, that's going to tell me that negative 7.2 should go first because 2 is further away from 0. So then next, I would have to use the 0. So negative 7.02. And I still have one more negative that I'm dealing with, and that's my negative 4.8, which is actually the negative 24/5. So now I'm looking at my last two, and I have 6s in my ones place, so I move on to the tens place, and I have 1 and I have 8. So these are positive. So on the positive side, the further away from 0 I am, the bigger I am. All right? So I'm going least to greatest. So I have 1 and 8. 1 is smaller. That means this one will come next, 6.1. So 6.85 or square root of 47 is my largest number, and that's what's going to come last.